In this video, I'll talk about the actor, bug, and critter classes that are in GridWorld, and when and why you'd want to override methods in any one of those or inherit from those classes. So in the actor class, the superclass of all actors in GridWorld, you can see the collection of methods here. And this is from the API. And the basic act method of an actor is just to reverse its direction. If you want to do something more than that, then you can override that method to do something in your game that's more appropriate. Maybe play chess, checkers, be a Pac-Man or something like that. Um, so one character, I'll say, in the GridWorld project itself is the bug. And what the bug does is its act method. One more. The bug's act method has an if-else construct. So it checks if it can move by whatever rules it uses to determine if it can move. If it can move, then it moves, else it turns. So if you're going to inherit from a bug, you should not completely delete these lines of code and write your own set of code in there. It should, if you're a bug, if you're indeed a bug and are going to inherit from a bug, you should follow this construct. Now you may override can move to determine what rules you're going to move, what rules you're going to follow for moving, or if you can move. You may override move, may override turn, but you're basically going to follow this construct, because if you're not going to follow this construct, then you're not really a bug. You're a separate class, which is fine, but you're not a real bug. The other class you can use or inherit from is a critter, and this is all in the API, the critter appendix C. And what the critter does, it follows what I call the big five. It first checks to see if its grid is null. Otherwise, it does five things. It gets the actors that are around it. It processes them. It gets move locations. It selects one of those move locations, and it makes a move. So if you inherit from a critter, again, you shouldn't delete these lines of code. You should basically override maybe get actors or process actors or get move locations or select move locations or make move or any or all of the five, because that's what a critter does. A critter follows those uh, five basic methods, the big five, and follows the logic of those. Again, if you wanted to maybe, if you're writing a chess program and wanted to have the chess piece of a rook or a knight or a pawn determine where it can move, you may override this method. But in a nutshell, if you're going to inherit from critter, you should not modify the act method. You should modify one of the, or two, or three, or four of the methods that the act method calls, because then you're doing what a critter does. So those are the basic rules and basic ideas for inheriting from the actor, the bug, and the critter classes in GridWorld for either the GridWorld project or for your own project.